points. I ain't gonna give up 2 though.
2. I'm saying, yeah, 2. Like what?
Then you gotta turn around and pay the nigga.
Hey, if he come to Philly, then he gonna be all right. You know, Philly gonna take care of him. You know what I'm saying?
That's some bullshit, man. That's some bullshit, man.
Cooper.
Okay, coach, on a wonderful
not Deshaun.
the state of Texas,
What's my man name? Douglas. Hey, Douglas gonna get his rematch on Cooper, bro. I'm telling you.
Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Houston Texans.
Rashad Douglas. Rashad Douglas was we're talking about last year. Rashad, hey, they thought Rashad was like Boo Boo. Nah, Rashad Douglas catching picks on Dak Prescott, boo. Come on now. Dude, yeah, you can't say damn Rashad Douglas had y'all shook, boo. I'm telling you, he just got burnt in that one little play when they went in overtime last year. No, he didn't get burnt. He tried to catch the pick, and he just misjudged it.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout.
But if you would have timed it right, he would have went in the house the other way, dude. I'm telling y'all, Rashad Douglas, bro. Don't be sleeping on Rashad Douglas.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Nah, you ain't got to complain, dude. Man, dang, you ain't been on my man nuts, man. Nah, dog, you know what I'm saying?
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Oh, suing over there.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Pressure on the Texans, able to get in there for the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Joe Hayden there to bring him down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
Oh, I'm about to say, boy, don't play Aaron Rodgers like that, boy.
So the defense able to get off the field.
Hey, nah, he let you drop the ball because that was automatic first.
It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He had the ball in his hand. He just dropped it. You know, Aaron Rodgers is going to put it on the money. 16. You know what I'm saying?
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Watson my son over there having fun.
Here,
you know
1st and 10 at their own 23.
No. Hey, can you
Now a give right side. Galloway.
He'll take it forward for
about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
We ain't worrying about it. That's all right. Burks ain't gonna let that happen too many times. You know what I'm saying?
2nd down. Galloway. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, tried to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback if he's going to his left.
You got to beat me with your arms. That's how that works.
Exactly.
That's how that works.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
You better not catch
How are you
that.
going to win it? And in this case,
Man,
they managed to get it done.
You know what I'm saying?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back
I already know where you're going
incompletions.
at.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Check 42. Alert. 31. Line up, go.
A shotgun snap for Watson.
Derek, I already know where you're going at, Derek.
Intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do,
off that,
in this case, that ball is expected to be caught.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch it.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
God, dog it, bro.
And down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike. Down 300. Down 300. Hey, check Mike 39. Hey, Delta.
From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 and 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league.
Look at him.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
What's up, man?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive.
My boy, you
now
want
got
it.
a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit.
My boy, you
Put
want
some
it.
points on the board on this one.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, he's going to look deep down the field. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Watch the pass. 55. Check the backer. 54.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
36, 36. Switch. 49, check 49, check 49. Coming.
That's all good.
On first down, Galloway. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now. 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
No way.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check three. Mike 42. You can't block me.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that'll be knocked away.
It depends on how you use it. It really depends. Yeah, but
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Check 24. Check 3. Check 24.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here.
Motion. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Operating from the gun. Watson.
what the hell, dog?
And he gets it inside the 30.
That's dog, both of my men sitting right there waiting on you, dog. Come on now.
Scramble for the first.
That was snake boot. No, he didn't. I promise you, dog. They were sitting right there waiting on me. It's all good, though. You got the yardage, though. You got the yardage. That's all to it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
Nah, he's
It's an even 30 and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Now Watson going to sneak it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to be Packer football.
Nah, bro, he fumbled that shit. He tried to do a quarterback sneak. He broke the plane. Wait, hey, you go ahead and challenge it, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're going to give it to you.
And he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
He fumbled that in the end zone, bro.
Takes the contact. The turnover.
Go ahead and challenge it, though.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with a
come on, bro. There's no way. I thought you can side him on that one, yo.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Jones.
I'm about to say,
That'll
Joe.
get them some of what they needed,
You
but they're
getting
still
them
left
nigga
here with
yardage
a
all
3rd
the
and
time,
9
bro.
forthcoming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Come on, I don't play deep.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete.
Hey, my man
Took
did.
their shot all right, but it comes
Hey.
up empty, and it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about
Yeah,
prior to the
but
game?
he caught it,
Their
and he
ability
just
to
dropped
move
it.
the
Yeah, I don't.
chains, pick
This
up
game
first
stupid.
downs. So
He
far,
game stupid, but he caught the
0 for 3
ball,
on 3rd
and he
down.
dropped
If
it.
that
I don't believe that
they'll
shit.
have little chance of winning this one.
But he had his hands on it though.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
3rd and 2, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
He was good. It was just our pressure to him. That's all.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll try the left side.
There's nowhere in the world you just went over there. I'm right there for the play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You better not let that shit happen again, baby.
From the 41, Watson going deep for Hopkins.
Oh, come on, bro.
Complete.
Come on, Amos.
That time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Damn, Amos had finger on
You
that.
got a big receiver.
Hey, don't play with them. Darnell Savage over there, bro.
To go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that
don't
time
play with
didn't
Darnell
work out. Nice
Savage
job
over there, bro.
defensively.
I don't think you want to do that right now.
They'll need to get to the 35.
That's
if
where
they
you
want
want
to
you
keep
to go
this
at.
drive going on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw.
Hey, y'all let him catch that. Come on now.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
Come on, 42.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Watson now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And
That's all we want to do.
maybe a yard down to the 23.
That's all we want him to do.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 9. Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year as as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. It's a
Rodgers, what's up? Let's go 0-0, boy. Hey, Ed, you better watch this damn highlight right here.
Yards to the house on the kick return, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be
ankle breakers out there. That's all.
Without a doubt, that's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So all even at 7 now.
And that was my rookie, US. And that was my rookie.
Carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
My rookie, everybody out there was sleeping on him. Yeah. Look at this boy.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum.
That's some bullshit.
Take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dude, there's no way in the hell, though.
His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Texans have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey,
come on, dog. I'm looking at him like releasing.
And able to bring him to the ground. A rough couple
God,
of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this
I'm like,
week.
you better not release him. You better not release him.
Quicker developing plays.
Nah,
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point.
You beat you with the arms around here with Aaron Rodgers.
Pocket to the right, to the left.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go. And this is caught.
Nah, bro.
Before crossing over out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
Let's go.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes
what
and a half.
the hell,
now we're
bro?
going to New York.
Give you that bullshit.
For the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue
sliding out of bounds.
Because they do have the final call now.
They come out anybody
anything. You had work for that one, dude.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. Galloway, and he is going to lose yardage here.
Let's go burn them timeouts, baby.
The Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Spot 25. No. 25. Check 25. Check 25. 26. Twist. Shit. Slam. Check. Lucky.
Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You got to set the feet, cuz.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. It's a very short kick, taken by an up man.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Y'all learn how to cover the rock. That's all.
319,
Throwing now is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it.
Come on, touch it.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Now the first play of the drive is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion.
Hey, come on, get back.
In the middle of the field.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Go make a
Leave
play
it
on
alone.
the football.
Leave it alone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Watson trying to lay one up deep. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Rodgers to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That's all right, Nick.
What can Aaron Rodgers do? The leg work there, getting him to first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Rodgers. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed.
Oh, there everybody made this look easy for me. You about to make this look easy for me.
Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Bravo. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Lee's got it over the middle. But he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing is Rodgers. He's out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Doing one of your moves there.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Come on there. Doing.
And again, it's Rodgers.
Come on, dog. Nah, he just overthrew him a little bit. Darren where Rodgers. Nah, Darren where Rodgers had that on the money, dude. Come on now. He just overthrew him.
Cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver.
What you was got, though. I'm saying if he would have landed that, you was got.
And pick it off, just as we saw there.
If he would have landed that, you was got.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
You wouldn't 2-minute offense.
No, bro.
And off he goes. Touchdown, Houston.
Get the fuck. Dog.
A great play there. His
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Number 11 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
They gave you that bullshit. They really gave you that bullshit, dog. That shit was slow. It was slow as shit too, dog.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick
That
it
shit
away.
was slow. That shit was slow.
And this will be a touchback as that
Nah, that shit
sails
was slow
over
as
the
fuck,
end
dude.
line.
Come on. That slow shit, dog. It was a slow juke too. It was a slow juke too, dog. I'm like, come on, bro.
The line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they rush coming.
Any other time I get it out. God, dog it.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And an alley to run. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his
I'm gonna let
legs.
you kill my
His
quarterback,
ability
dude.
to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
I ain't gonna let you kill my quarterback. Hey, look, you gotta chase it. You gotta chase him down over there.
27 yards on the third down conversion. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. To throw is Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the
What
ball
the
comes
hell,
loose,
bro?
and the Texans scoop it.
They just
They
let,
will take it across midfield.
they just
and
let you
down
get
to the
fumbled, bro.
45.
The psychology
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we
Oh,
hear
I'm
from
about to
coaches
say,
all the time,
nah.
right?
And how much they practice
We
not
good.
fumbling.
Practice it.
The ref-
preach it,
the ref- the
talk
ref
about it
was
all
up.
the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw
Rails
another
was
one.
up.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Over.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
Yeah, with
on
that
EA
crazy ass
Sports.
formation.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
To the third time. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
Get the
Weaving
fuck
through
out of here,
traffic,
bro.
and now he's free. And they will score a pick six.
They really gave him that shit, dog.
That's the
They
story
really
of the
gave
game.
him that
They've
shit.
been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they try to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
They really gave him that shit, dude.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Texans Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
They're giving you everything, bro.
30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Back to throw, Watson. Got a man open.
They giving this man everything, bro. God.
Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time
Come
today.
on, bro.
Lonnie Johnson
He can't
picks
catch the
it.
ball,
And a
man.
big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The
Like,
pass
none of my
rush, the
receivers don't want to go
coverage,
grab
they've all
it,
been
bro.
excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on,
Another
bro.
throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
These
The Pro
motherfuckers be
Bowler
having
DeAndre
shit in their
Hopkins, the
hand, bro.
intended receiver. And
Look at
that'll
that
make it
back
3rd
pedal,
down.
man. No, I wasn't asleep.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, 54. Check 42. Hey, alert, alert. 42's the mic. Right here.
Watson now, operating from the gun. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Hey, 31. Shit, shit.
On 1st down, it's Watson.
Damn, I'm about to say fucking Amo.
Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They're
My
giving you
friend, I think it's safe to
everything,
say
bro.
that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
Man. They just give you everything,
this was over
bro.
about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Don't worry about it.
Sliding out of the
Take
pocket.
that easy,
He's
7.
got the first down and more past midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. The left side completion to Jones. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. Rodgers now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. This is Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive.
You ain't did it that time. You anticipated the count, baby.
They get it inside the 10 to the 7.
You anticipated the count, bro.
On that one and a first down.
That's
how
son.
you get right up off of the mat because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Now Jones. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this
right. That's Adam,
they
bro.
get a score, but pretty
Anytime
much an
Adam see the end
exercise
zone,
in
he catches it,
futility
bro.
right now. Still down big. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point.
They get D.U.S. all these damn touchdowns. Some bullshit.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
What's up, man?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through.
If y'all could have did this 2 quarters earlier,
situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
We're going to a strong side, y'all.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson.
Oh, come on, Amos. God, no. Dang, Amos.
The Packers going to use
Amos had the whole field looking at him. Come on, bro.
Go now in the football game.
That's 2, Amos.
Send the punter out.
Dang, bro.
Away for the 2nd time.
That would have been an easy 6. God damn, Amos, bro.
Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today.
I hope you die for that, man.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Sitting it.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And they can't stop Adams. Adams is getting off way too late.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
Look at Adams, bro. God. Dang, Adams.
Going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
88.
Man, you tripping, Derek.
Rodgers now on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
I told you every time Adams get in there, he's catching it, bro.
Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point.
Don't worry, Adam got 2 touchdowns for the day. He got his money worth.
A little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this one was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there.
Even though Adams got off late, and then Amos dropped 2 picks today, bro.
Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Houston, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile,
okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Now. Right pocket got euros. So we gotta play like this. Hand catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Say packing nobody.